Decimation. I am your commentator for the evening, Alex Black. And we are on the road to RUW Bloodshed. And tonight, kicking us off on RUW Decimation, the general manager, Bad Attitude Alexander Kelly, will be going one-on-one against the RUW United States champion, King Vampire. The world champion will collide with the United States champion. I believe they did that, what was it, last week? No. I think it was like a couple weeks ago. Or it might have been a week before that. But I know these two collided at some point. But they will collide here tonight. Alexander Kelly versus King Vampire in the opening match of Decimation. And you can see Alexander sporting a new look with the bright pink hair. He's ready to go. Oh! King Vampire looks like he just got into a brawl with Judas in the back. And Alexander's like, okay, you want to move, you want to make your mark, you want to prove yourself, get in here, let's go. Seems like King Vampire and Judas got into a little pre-match brawl. And here we go. Opening match is now underway. King Vampire against the world champion, Alexander Kelly. King Vampire connects a DDT onto the general manager. And now King Vampire is just kicking away at the face of Alexander Kelly. Now King Vampire connecting the neck breaker. Now just picking Alexander up. Now King Vampire with the Irish whip. Oh, Alexander was able to stop himself, but King Vampire still on the offense. He's got Alexander up against the ropes. And now look at this, just targeting the left leg. He's trying to make sure Alexander can't stand here, and honestly, that is a very smart strategy. Now sending Alexander in the corner, and Alexander's already busted open. You can see the blood running down his forehead. King Vampire just still targeting that left leg. A very smart strategy by the United States champion. Now King Vampire again has Alexander up against the ropes. He's got him in a seated position. King Vampire, oh my God, with a running knee to the face. He could just be trying to open up that wound some more on the forehead of Alexander Kelly. And now King Vampire, I don't know why I stopped on my words there. King Vampire with a dive to the outside was able to take down Alexander, but Alexander is already fighting back. Now, oh, sending King Vampire face first into the ring post. But King Vampire answering back quickly. Oh my God, what a clothesline. About knocked Alexander's jaw off of his face. King Vampire on the heavy offense, delivering a shot to the head. My question is, why is the referee not counting? This is a standard traditional singles match. That is what was scheduled on the match card. The ref is not doing his counting. I don't get what's going on here. These two just allowed to brawl here. Alexander has a hold of King Vampire, now sending him back inside the ring. And Alexander stepping back in as well. And Alexander still on the heavy offense, delivering these heavy strikes. Now a kick to the face of King Vampire and a drop kick right to the back. And Alexander fired up. He is feeling the energy from this match. Alexander just getting that adrenaline just by beating the living hell out of King Vampire. Now Alexander sending King Vampire in the corner. And Alexander delivering the body splash. Alexander in firm control of this match right now, despite the blood running down his face. And now Alexander delivering the attitude problem. But he is not going for the cover. Instead, he's going to lock in a submission on King Vampire. Actually, you know, now that I think about it, I don't think the bell even rung for this match. I think these two are just brawling. I think that's why Alexander didn't go for the cover. I still would have tried it, though. King Vampire with the trouble in paradise. About knocking Alexander clean out. And now dragging Alexander almost to the middle of the ring. And now King Vampire locking in the Anaconda Vice. But Alexander seems to be breaking out of it, and he does. Yeah, these two are just going at it. I don't think this is a match here. Now that I remember it, I didn't hear a starting bell here. I think these two are just going at it right now. Why hasn't the ref rung the bell? This is a match. King Vampire just whooping ass here. And the brawl is over. Yeah, those two just went at it. It was ruled a no contest because the bell never rung, but the fight was broken up. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, I do have an announcement to make. Chris Danger has a very busy schedule coming up with his dedication to Deadlock Pro Wrestling, okay? And because of that, about a week ago, he made a call to the general manager, Alexander Kelly, and said that he is going to have to vacate the RUW Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. I know, it sucks. Chris Danger just won that title. He's the first ever champion, so at least he makes history being the first ever champion. However, he does not know when he will be available to compete for RUW again, so he has decided to vacate the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion while he is on his schedule with DPW. So this next match here, Mark Jones versus JT, whoever wins will advance to a triple threat match to crown the brand new RUW Intercontinental Champion. Will the assassin, Mark Jones, who actually ended up going to the finals in the RUW Intercontinental Championship tournament to face Chris Danger, will Mark Jones be the next Intercontinental Champion? Will he advance in this match, or will JT just be one step ahead? And now, JT used to be the WEF Intercontinental Champion. However, this is not WEF. This is RUW, a totally different company with a lot more grit. JT, will he win his second Intercontinental Championship, but his first RUW Intercontinental Championship? The assassin Mark Jones versus JT coming up. And here he is, the assassin Mark Jones. Always looking for a fight. And tonight, he's got himself a fight against JT, who will advance to the RUW Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat match at RUW Bloodshed to crown the new Intercontinental Champion. We will find out. This is the first qualifying match. The other two qualifying matches will take place next week. This is the first one. And here is JT. JT knows a thing or two about holding championships. JT was the first ever He was the first ever RUW United States champion. Like I said, a former WEF Intercontinental champion. He was Intercontinental champion in season 2, where he competed for the WEF brand. So JT knows a thing or two about holding championship gold. He knows what it's like. So JT is going to have that fight in him. He's going to have that passion in him here tonight against the assassin Mark Jones. There's the bell. Now we finally have an official match. So I guess we could call this the first match of Decimation. JT already into the cover after the Russian leg sweep. But obviously not enough to put Mark Jones away in the very early goings of this match. Now JT has a hold of Mark and sending him into the corner. Now JT is just raking his elbow right up against the face of the assassin. JT just bringing the fight to Mark Jones here. Now just stomping away on him. JT in firm control of this match as he drops the elbow on the back of Mark Jones. But Mark Jones has a hold of JT. Oh, but JT had it scouted and delivering. Oh, never mind. Mark was able to block off the step-up enziguri, and now Mark with the electric chair drop, connecting onto JT and the cover. No, only the count of 1 for Mark in the early goings of this match. Now Mark with a jumping knee drop to the face of JT. Now these two back and forth here. Oh, but Mark locking in the crossface onto JT here. But JT rolling through it and a kick to the midsection, able to break the hold. JT now jumping DDT. JT's in firm control of this match at the moment, delivering a kick to the back of Mark Jones. And now JT is sending up to the top rope and delivering the elbow drop right to the heart of Mark Jones. Now JT with a stomp right to the elbow. JT in firm control of this match, applying the headlock onto the assassin Mark Jones. JT just showing off here. JT wants to be the second Intercontinental Champion here in RUW, and he is bringing the fight. He wants to prove that. Now JT repeated shots to the face of the assassin Mark Jones. JT is just telling Mark to bring it at this point. Another elbow to the back and the cover. No, only the count of 1 for JT here. Now JT going up to the top rope. Mark rolling out, but Mark got taken down by a missile drop kick from JT from the top rope. Now both these men fighting on the outside as the official begins his count. JT locking in the abdominal stretch, and now he's got a hold of the ankle to apply more pressure, but if Mark taps, it won't count. It's on the outside, but Mark able to break out of the hold. Nice hip toss. Now Mark has a hold of JT, looking for a power bomb here. Oh, but JT had that scouted. Now JT with the reversal, sending Mark back inside the ring. JT stepping back in as well. And now JT, look at this, just feeding off the energy from this crowd. Now Mark has a hold of JT and sending him in the corner. Oh, what a shot to the face. Now Mark is putting JT into the tree of woe position here. And now pressing the boot up against the face. Mark has regained control of this match. Mark with an Irish whip onto JT, sends him over the top rope and to the outside. I don't see what the strategy is in fighting on the outside of the ring. Unless you want to get a count-out victory, but I don't see why. Mark, was looking for a third jumping knee drop to the face of JT, but JT rolled out of the way. And now both these men back inside the ring. Oh, JT with an elbow to the face of Mark. And now he's got him up, sending him into the corner and throwing him back down onto the canvas. And the cover. No, only the count of 2 for JT. Not enough to defeat the assassin just yet. Who will advance to the triple threat match at Bloodshed? JT with a super kick. But still only the count of 2. JT's just telling Mark to stay down. JT with another kick to the back. Now JT has a hold of the assassin. Got him up against the ropes. Now JT, just hanging Mark Jones up to dry. Now JT on the apron. This is where he is at home. JT with the springboard clothesline connects. And the cover. And JT will advance to the RUW Intercontinental Championship triple threat match at RUW Bloodshed, but JT looks like he suffered some kind of internal injury here. I hope he can still go to Bloodshed. That's in a couple weeks. I hope that this is just in-ring damage and not something more severe like a broken rib or like a ruptured spleen or something. I hope it's none of those. I hope JT will be okay as he heads into Bloodshed to compete in the Intercontinental Championship triple threat match. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it's a match we saw like a couple weeks ago, something like that. However, these two are going to go at it again. Lucy is not happy about what went down at viewer discretion advised. So he is going to take out all his frustrations on the guy who screwed him out of his world title at viewer discretion advised, the nemesis James Taylor. Lucy is not happy. He said he wants that world title back. Will he get his world title back at RUW Bloodshed when he battles at Alexander Kelly? We will find out soon enough. But tonight, he battles Alexander's insurance policy, the nemesis James Taylor, representing Out for Blood. And here he is, representing Out for Blood, the nemesis James Taylor. Oh, but Lucy looking to already bring the fight to the nemesis. James has no idea. Lucy just sneaking up on him. But now James knows. Lucy with a pre-match attack on the nemesis James Taylor. And honestly, if I had to say so myself, James, this is exactly what you get for costing Lucy the world title at viewer discretion advised. You're gonna get your ass handed to you. Lucy certainly not happy about what went down at viewer discretion advised last month, but now James Taylor is bringing the fight to Lucy here. James Taylor fighting back and delivering a shot to the face. If I were these two, I'd get back in the ring so we could have another sanctioned match here. James Taylor dropping the knee on the back of the head of Lucy. And a stomp right to the back of the head. These two just going at it on the outside. Just trading blows here. Oh my God. This is one hell of a brawl we are witnessing here. But like I said, I would love for this brawl to get back inside the ring. Well, I shouldn't say back inside the ring. These two never made it to the ring. Oh, but I spoke too soon. And now this match is underway. Lucy, James Taylor, third, well, technically the second match of Decimation, because Alexander Kelly and King Vampire, they just brawled. They technically didn't even have a match. Lucy with a kick right to the back of the nemesis James Taylor. And a stomp right to the arm. And now Lucy with a springboard senton connects right to the midsection. Oh, but James springing right back up. These two just kind of stood face to face for a second. But now Lucy on the heavy assault. Lucy in full control of this beatdown on the nemesis James Taylor. And now just picking him up. Now Lucy with the cutter. Cover on the nemesis. No, not enough to defeat James Taylor just yet, but he is lining him up. Lucy, was looking for the fallen angel. James Taylor had it scouted. James now with the Irish whip, and the spine buster connects. And now James Taylor looking to put this match to bed. James with the stunner. James Taylor connecting the stunner onto Lucy. And the cover. And that is enough. just like that, James Taylor defeats Lucy. Lucy had that pre-match attack planned, but he did not have the result planned. Now Lucy paying for that pre-match attack. James Taylor was able to pick up the victory. And honestly, that was a pretty good pre-match attack and a pretty good match. It was short but sweet. James Taylor, though, picking up the victory. That certainly has to make Alexander a little happy as he heads into Bloodshed to defend his world title against Lucy yet again. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it is the main event of the evening. As the double champion Chris Nitro, the internet and hardcore champion Chris Nitro, will battle the former and first ever hardcore champion, the Madhouse Jackal. Jackal lost his hardcore championship at the hands of Chris Nitro at viewer discretion advised. Certainly not happy about that loss, but tonight it's not about championships. Tonight it's just about beating your opponent. Jackal, though, will get a rematch against Chris Nitro at Bloodshed. However, management has decided to make that match for the Internet Championship rather than the Hardcore Championship. So Jackal is competing for a title he's never competed before at Bloodshed. And now, there he is, the Madhouse Jackal, a former WEF Macho Man champion in Season 2, and as I mentioned, the first ever RUW Hardcore Champion. And he is also a former WEF Ladder City briefcase holder, also in Season 2. Anytime I mention anything about WEF, it either happened in Season 2 or happened in real life. But most of the time, it happened in Season 2. And now here comes the double champion, Chris Nitro, the hardcore and internet champion. The latter of the two, he will defend at RUW Bloodshed against his opponent tonight, the Madhouse Jackal. But that's in a couple of weeks. This is tonight. Chris Nitro needs to prove himself and make his mark before Bloodshed against Jackal. In the main event of Decimation here tonight, these two are now going at it here. This match is now underway. And now Jackal has a hold of Chris Nitro, picking him up and slamming him back down with a power bomb. Now Jackal with a stomp to the left leg of Chris. Now picking Chris Nitro up. Jackal with another Irish whip. Oh, psych, he faked him out to deliver the shoulder tackle. And now Jackal looking for yet another power bomb, and it connects. Jackal in firm control of this match. Jackal wants to prove why he deserves to hold championship gold here in RUW, and he is doing just that as he delivers. Oh, never mind. Chris had it scouted, countered it into a bulldog. Chris with a kick to the back of the Madhouse. And now Chris with a springboard. Oh, was looking for a springboard senton, but Jackal was just a little too far away. Now Chris with the X Factor. And an elbow drop to the back. Cover here. No, only the count of one for the double champion, Chris Nitro. Chris Nitro with the Irish whip, sending Jackal in the corner. Oh, and Chris with a back splash. That's what I'm going to call that. And Chris feeling the energy here. Chris with a kick right to the spine of the Madhouse Jackal. And Jackal rolling out of the ring, going to try to catch a breather. Chris Nitro, though, looking to fly as he delivers a tope right to the outside. Now Chris has Jackal up and sending him spine first on the hardest part of the ring. On Chris with a step up enziguri. And now Chris just stomping the knee into the floor mats out on the outside. The ref calling for these two to make it back inside the ring. But these two just going at it on the outside. Chris though makes it back inside the ring. But delivers yet another tope, but Jackal had that one scouted. He learned his lesson from the first time he took that earlier in this match. Now Jackal, a hold of Chris Nitro, sending him back inside the ring. Now Jackal has Chris Nitro up and delivering the Falcon's Arrow. Now Jackal looking for yet another power bomb, and that's 3 power bombs connected in this match on Chris Nitro. Oh, Chris had that elbow drop scouted. Now Chris has the Madhouse up in the fireman's carry. Oh, Jackal was able to reverse. Now Jackal with the Claymore. Claymore kick connects right to the face of Chris Nitro. But it's not enough to give Jackal the victory just yet. Now Jackal looking for a 4th power bomb, and it connects. Oh, but Chris springs right back up, but he got caught into a Kimura. Jackal has the Kimura locked in on Chris, but Chris able to roll out of it. And now Chris with the flying clothesline. And the inverted atomic drop. Chris feeding off the energy from this crowd as he delivers a drop kick to the face. Now Chris sending Jackal face first off the canvas. Chris climbing up to the top rope. Jackal slowly making it back to his feet, but he got caught with a double axe handle. Now Chris with the drop kick. And again, Chris going up top. Chris delivering the Swanton Bomb and the cover. But still only the count of 2 for the double champion. And these two once again going to the outside. Oh, but Chris looking to put the finishing touches on this match. Why is he going for it on the outside though? Chris with a go to sleep, but he stupidly connected it on the outside. He's got to get Jackal back in the ring. Chris, what are you doing? You had this one in the bag if you had just connected the go to sleep on the outside, but now you're paying for your mistake as Jackal sends Chris into the steel ring post. Well, LED ring post, but it's made of steel. And now Chris with the inverted DDT, he had that one scouted. Now both these men back inside the ring. Now Chris is looking to end this match in the ring. Got Jackal up, fireman's carry. And now Chris delivering the breakdown and the cover. And Chris Nitro picks up the victory against Jackal as he heads into Bloodshed to defend the to defend the Internet Championship against Jackal. But now Chris, what is he doing? Chris has a hold of a damn ladder. Chris, you already sent the message. Oh my God. Just hitting Jackal right in the face with that ladder. He is just sending a message to the Madhouse here. But ladies and gentlemen, that'll just about do it for RUW Decimation. Join us in a couple weeks for RUW Bloodshed, but join us next week for another episode of RUW Decimation. Thank you for tuning in if you did. And we will catch y'all in the next one. Deuces.